Ungovernables, the captain's crew, the LFA family, McGroin Nation, coming to you live from the deep red state of Tennessee on rumble.com/LFA TV. Welcome. Welcome to Ungoverned. What an unbelievable 24 hours it has been. I'm still in disbelief over just what happened last night. For those of you who haven't seen yet, it's still surreal to me. I was here prepping the show and jumped into a really cool X space that's on Monday through Friday. It's called The Political Theater with Trash Discourse and Walter Kurt. And they do this every Monday through Friday at night on X. And on Tuesday night, I jumped in that after doing our crypto space with MAGA Meme Coin, after doing Trump Tuesday with Mark Naughton and everybody in that group. I jumped in that space because they were talking about memes and everything. I figured, let's just go in there and have a little fun. And that's where the idea for the Schumer siesta came from. The video from the, you know, with the sombrero and the poncho and the Trump 2028 and all that. And so last night I jumped back into that space just to hang out. You know, while I was getting the show prepped, I figured it, you know, hang out, do a little stuff with them, have some fun. And Trash Discourse, who's, you know, one of the hosts of the space, goes, you know, I got a screenshot. I don't know if it's real. And then he confirmed it. And he said, you know, Trump just reposted the Schumer siesta on Truth Social. That had happened after, of course, Dan Scavino had put it on all over X. And that was insane. And then about 10 minutes later, it made its way to X. And just wild. We live in a timeline and at a time where you can create content and the president of the United States may find it enjoyable and have a little chuckle and repost it. And he did repost the Schumer siesta last night. And wow, I just could not believe it. So here it is right here on his X feed. Donald J. Trump with my ugly mug right there. Look at it. Welcome to the Schumer shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right? We call it the siesta. So just crazy. And I want to say this off the bat. And I said this actually in a video that I posted just before all of this started happening, because the response to the Schumer siesta video was so overwhelmingly positive. 1.5 million views, you know, almost 20,000 shares on the X platform alone. And it was shared everywhere. It's been shared on YouTube. It's been shared on TikTok. It's been shared on Instagram tens of thousands of times, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. And I appreciate all that. And I wanted to just, you know, I wanted to write a post out, but then I said, nah, well, I'll just make a video about it. So, you know, first and foremost, and one of the reasons why I love doing phone calls on Fridays is because I enjoy hearing from and collaborating with the audience. For example, for years, you know, for the last couple of years, back to 2023. I mean, think about what Matt Brown had sent us, the Fouch, right? How the Fouch stole Christmas and putting that. I thought it was great. Put it up, you know, and we do all this. Several ideas. You know, Speak sent me a line, one rhyming line the other day when the Karen stole the baseball. And this would be a great idea. You know, we were on live stream, a couple of weeks ago, and it said, wouldn't it be fun to do row, row, row your boat with the drug boat? And everyone in the chat said, let's do it, right? You know, everybody with the Trump PSAs, you know, Jim Verdi, who we had yesterday. I'm so happy to see, despite the audio issues, that everyone enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. We'll do that again soon with Jim because he is a great guy and a really awesome creative mind. But he sent me a message, you know, about PSAs. Read these and we'll put a bit together and run it. And that got me going into, well, I already did one of Trump endorsing oxygen. Let's do the don't shower with your toaster, right? The point of the matter is, you know, I have always taken that content, with Trump impersonations and bits and sketches and all of this, and I have treated it as as a collaborative effort. Brennan remembers back in my early days in TikTok, I would just sit on a live stream and I would tell people, tell me to do stuff, and I'll try and do it. And that's where some of the most successful bits came from. The Trump ringtone, the GPS, that was not my idea, right? So a lot of these ideas are not mine or are not just mine. They will be inspired by others from hanging out in X Spaces or doing this show every day or reading DMs. Brendan and I have come up with ideas, amongst each other, right? Hunter the White-Nosed Crackhead. You and me wrote that in 10 minutes in our studio apartment in Babylon Village. We were just like, Hunter the White-Nosed Crackhead had a very active nose, like boom, 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 boom. And we started writing it down. So, I want to say, and I posted this video, a lot of people saw it already, but I want to thank you, everybody in the audience, everybody who has suggested ideas, who's been in these X Spaces, who calls this show, because yesterday was as much of an achievement for everybody as it was for me personally. I did not come up with the Schumer siesta by myself, and I made that very clear on Wednesday morning that there were a number of people who inspired and contributed, and that is the case in almost every single bit. So that is our achievement. That is our victory. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause, a pat on the back, and I can't wait till it happens again. And you know what? If it doesn't ever happen again, that's fine. It happened here. The President of the United States reposted on his Truth Social and his X account to hundreds of millions of people a hilarious and objectively funny bit making fun of Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. And so I'm just going to play the Schumer siesta one more time, and then we'll get on with the show. We are going to be doing live calls. At the 10:45 Eastern mark, so in about 35 minutes, 631-527-4545. I did not sleep much last night. I'm going to need your help. If you want to talk about what happened last night, you want to talk about these new stats that we're going to be talking about regarding the media, that's cool too. Let me give you, this is the video that went up on Trump's social media platforms on Truth Social and X, the Schumer siesta.
Hola, mi fellow Americanos, y bienvenidos al cierre de Schumer. That means welcome to the Schumer shutdown. We call it the Schumer siesta, right? It's the Schumer siesta. He put the government on siesta, crying Chuck. And El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries, we used to call him Dollar Store Obama, till we realized he's worth far less than $1. But they put the government on siesta to give illegal aliens your health care. We're not going to let it happen. I looked at both of them. I said, we're not going to let it happen. It's no bueno. I said, it's no bueno. They begged me. They said, but senor, por favor, please give illegal aliens the health care. I said, we're not going to do it. We're never going to do it. It's not going to happen. And they're also very upset about our big, beautiful sombreros. You look at them. These are the greatest sombreros the world has ever seen. We really have the best sombreros, and everybody wants one except Crying Chuck and El Hakimo Jefe Jeffries. They don't want one, but they're going to wear one when all is said and done. We're going to end the siesta. We're going to reopen the government, and we will not give in to the demands of Chuck and El Jefe. We're not going to do that. Thank you. God bless you. Dio lo bendiga, and God bless America. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
All right, there it is. The Schumer siesta that has now been reposted by Donald Trump. And then, of course, also Elon Musk reposted the Trump post of that video and commented with a cry laughing emoji underneath it. So it has reached everyone. And the only way this could get even better and crazier is if like CNN melts down over it. Look, can you believe this guy wearing a sombrero and a poncho? What a racist. Okay, cool. That's fine. Haven't been called that before. All right. We're going to get to real news today too, though, because the theme of the show is that the media is having trust issues. Nobody trusts the media anymore. That is the title of the show. Nobody trusts the media. We've got a Gallup poll that we're going to talk about. Again, is polling perfect? No, polling is not perfect. However, can we learn things from polling? Can we extrapolate on polling? Can we hypothesize and theorize about polling? Yes. So we'll get to that. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, Margaritaville, right? Kilmar Margaritaville, Maryland man. He is scheduled to be deported or slated to be deported to Uganda. Uganda, be kidding me? Why are you crying, right? Why are you crying? It's not your money. Yeah. It's not your money, right? I think he's going out to Uganda, or they're saying he's going to get deported out to Uganda. Another situation, another case of, hey, the Democrats could have kept their mouths shut and they wouldn't have ruined this guy's life, but now they made a thing out of it, so it ruined his life a little bit. And I don't feel bad about it. This is the Democrats doing. Before we do all that, I got to get to a word from our great friends over at OFP Farms. Say hello to Papa OFP Farms in the chat. That is Corey with a big, beautiful, majestic beard. He's a great guy. This is the Outlaw Soap. They also have got beard oils. They've got lotions. They've got lip balms. I swear by this lip balm, right? It's Goat Kisses lip balm. What flavor is this? What are we rocking? This is the strawberry wine. It is really good. The Outlaw Soap will leave you smelling like a felon who happens to repost my videos. It's unbelievable, and that's so silly. Explore the wonderful quality of Faith Farm and Freedom products with a special limited time 15% discount on your entire purchase. Take a peek at the lineup from OFP Farms. They are America's go-to soap company. Gotta love them. They're great American patriots, amazing people, America's go-to soap company, and they are known for their famous for their natural ingredients, the skin-loving perks of tallow and goat milk, and a big heart for farm-to-family skincare. Now, whether you're looking for gentle skincare or thoughtful gifts, these products bring together expert care and great values to make your daily routine that much better. Don't miss this chance to enjoy premium products that support your health and ethical choices for the whole family. Go to ofpfarms.com. Use the promo code Sean. It's SHAWN, and you'll get 15% off of the entire collection. Take a look. ofpfarms.com. Promo code Sean. You got the Outlaw Soap, which I show you all the time. This is the We the People soap, which literally smells like the Constitution. It smells like the United States Constitution. It smells like the Bill of Rights. It smells like James Madison's hair, right? That is the We the People soap. 15% off at ofpfarms.com. OFP, Oscar Foxtrot, papafarms.com. ofpfarms.com. Promo code Sean, SHAWN, for 15% off.
That Mondo whiff just gets me every time.
The Mondo
That
whiff.
was me trying to breathe last
That was
night.
you trying to breathe. That is what it was. It reminds me of when Dan Bongino used to smell the blackout coffee.
Yeah.
I would always listen to it on podcast form, and I would hear him pound in the bag. It still smells. So funny, but it does. This does not smell like coffee. This smells like the Constitution, right? This smells like the Constitution. Okay, let's get into a couple of things here. We've got so many funny videos and things that we've got to. Let's start with the mainstream media. All right. Obviously the idea is the mainstream media, and nobody trusts the media. So let's go right to this Gallup poll. Trust in media at new low of 28% in the United States. Now, when you say, why would people not trust the media? Now, you're not asking that question. Everybody in the chat understands why nobody trusts the media, but there may be people looking on it for the first time going, really? Why does nobody trust the media? They seem okay. Watch their reactions to the Sombrero memes, okay? Watch their reactions every time, Donald Trump says something. They take it out of context. They accuse him of being a racist or a Nazi or a bigot or a fascist. Look at their reactions to securing the border. Look at their reactions to lowering taxes and passing tax cuts for the American people, primarily the middle class. You'll see why nobody trusts the media. Republicans' confidence in mass media to report news fully, accurately, and fairly has fallen to 8%. 8%. Now, I don't know who those 8% are, or maybe they believe, I trust some media, so you could say I trust the media. 8% of Republicans believe the media can be trusted to report news fully, accurately, and fairly. Americans' confidence in the mass media has edged down to a new low, with just 28% expressing a great deal or a fair amount of trust in newspapers, television, and radio to report the news fully, accurately, and fairly, down from 31% last year and 40% 5 years ago. Meanwhile, 7 in 10 U.S. adults now say they have, quote, not very much confidence, 36%, or no confidence at all, 34%. Unbelievable. So 70% of Americans, 7 in 10 U.S. adults, 70% of Americans polled have either not very much or no confidence in the mainstream media. Take a look at this graph that shows you the trajectory of these trends over the last couple of years. We can zoom in on this. 1975, great deal or fair amount, 70% of Americans. Look at this, all the way up to 1976. 72% of Americans had a great deal or a fair amount of trust in the media. If you go down to the none at all, that's 4%. 4%. So you went from 76 or 72, 4, all the way to now. The number is not very much confidence, 36, no confidence, 34, and a great deal of confidence, 28. Look at the way this graph and these trends break out. It's crazy. And they did it to themselves. Ironically, in 2016, the media's reporting, their rating went up. Why do you think that? And then it precipitously dropped off. Do you see that? Look at that green line. Let's zoom in. Do you see that? 2018, 45%. It's up from 2016, 32. It goes up to 45%. Had a great deal or fair amount of trust in the media. What was going on in 2018? Does anybody remember? Anybody remember what was happening in 2018? No.
Oh.
Obama was not the president in 2018.
Oh, gosh.
Trump was the president in 2018.
Oh, that's right, because it's 2016.
Right.
Yeah.
What was going on in that year? Does anybody remember? What was happening
Summer
in
of
2018?
Love.
No, that was
No,
2020.
no.
That was 2 years later. But 2018, it kind of short-term peaked, hit a local top. And, okay, what happened was impeachment, the Russia hoax. The media was reporting on all the Russia hoax, and everyone thought they were doing this unbelievable journalism, right? They were doing this unbelievable work to report the truth about Donald Trump and Russia. And then what happened? Well, let's look at the graph. They found out that, here we go, 2019, it's dipping. 2020, it's dipping. It's at 40. And then, 2136. Look at how far. So from this peak here, from this little local top, okay, it dips precipitously. I mean, it just plummets. It looks like Jimmy Kimmel's ratings here. Look at this, right? Russia. This is peak Russia hoax right here. Everything gets debunked about Russia, about January 6th, about COVID, about suckers and losers, the election. Look at that. It drops down to 28%. So the mainstream media, it's like almost like there's no coming back unless they all completely change, and they're not going to change. Here we go. We'll get into more of this, the ins and outs of this studies. When Gallup began measuring trust in the news media in the 1970s, between 68% and 72% of Americans expressed confidence in reporting. However, by the next reading in 1997, public confidence had fallen to 53%. Media trust remained just above 50 until it dropped to 44 in 2004 and has not risen to the majority level since. The highest reading in the past decade was 45% in 2018, which came just 2 years after confidence had collapsed amid the divisive 2016 presidential campaign. Republicans' confidence, which has not risen above 21% since 2015, has dropped to single digits, 8%. Here we go. Independents' trust. Again, here is that trend again. Independents' trust has not reached the majority level since 2003, and the latest 27% reading matches last year's historical low. So think about it, okay? Republicans over, what does this look like? I want you to think about what this looks like. These numbers are almost identical to the Schumer shutdown poll that I put up the other day, and I'll put that up for you in a second. So an overwhelming number of Republicans do not trust the media. An overwhelming number of independents do not trust the media. But Democrats, 51% of Democrats now express trust in the media, which is a repeat of the low previously seen in 2016. But that is still a majority of Democrats who have trust in mainstream mass media. Do you see what I'm highlighting again? Republicans and independents are once again on the same page. It's just like the shutdown poll. Look at the shutdown poll. Geez, I got that in the wrong spot. Oops. Look at the shutdown poll. Let me move that down below the ticker, right? The shutdown poll gives you almost the exact same numbers. Okay? Republicans, was it 92-6 or something, believe that Democrats should shut the number down, the government down? I'm going to find it. There we go. I got to get this, make this a little bigger so I can read it. Look at that. Independents, 32% believe the Democrats should shut it down. 27% have confidence in the media. Same thing. 92% of Republicans don't believe the government should shut down at the hands of Democrats. 5% do. Same deal. 8% of Republicans. Right? I mean, it's the exact same trend. Republicans and independents are going one way. Democrats are going the other way. They are the outlier in this country, and they're not changing. I'm telling you, the recipe is there for a major historical trend being bucked in the 2026 midterms. And I'm not just saying it because of redistricting. I'm saying it because of sentiment. In 2018, the Democrats ran on impeaching Donald Trump over the Russia probe. Their entire 2018 midterm election cycle messaging surrounded the Russia probe. Rashida Tlaib, we're going to impeach the MFR, right? Maxine Waters, we're going to impeach him. Ilhan Omar ran on impeaching him. So many Democrats ran on impeaching Donald Trump, and then they followed through and they impeached Donald Trump. They obviously didn't remove him from office, but they impeached him. They can't run on that now. A, there's nothing to impeach him on. B, if they wanted to fabricate something, the mainstream media doesn't have the influence. We're talking about that now. They don't have the influence, and the independents are tuning out. The independents don't trust the media either, and that's who you need to win, especially in the midterms. Okay, these are party trends. There is a clear generational divide in trust in the media that has grown particularly stark over the past decade. Again, this is also important. According to an analysis of 3-year aggregated data to increase sample sizes in the most recent 3-year period from 2023 to 2025, 43% of adults aged 65 and older trust the media, compared with no more than 28% in any younger age group. Trust in mass media by age, okay? Trust in mass media by age. Let's get to it. 50 to 65-year-old plus, 43% trust the media. We go down, 30 to 49, 28% trust the mainstream. 50 to 64, 28% trust the mainstream media. 30 to 49, 23% trust the mainstream media. 18 to 29, 28% trust the mainstream media. As you get younger, the trust diminishes. Why? Because young people don't watch the news. They don't watch Fox News. They don't watch Newsmax. Some of them do. But generally, where are 30-year-olds getting their news from? 30, let's say 30 to 40. Where are they getting their news from? Probably podcasts. I mean, I turn on Fox News every now and again. I obviously am on Newsmax a lot. I watch Newsmax. I watch a couple of hosts on there. But I don't get my news. Like, I don't hear things for the first time on Fox News or on Newsmax. I get it all from social media. And it's tougher. You have to distill fact from fiction when you're on social media, X and TikTok and Instagram. There's a lot of bullcrap that goes around. We know that, and we spend a lot of time debunking that on this show. But the fact of the matter is, I can say as a member of the 30 to 49-year-old age group that I do not get my news. I watch, but I do not get my news from cable news channels like Newsmax or Fox News. I will watch Newsmax and Fox News to hear commentary and opinion and different takes and hear, different analysis from guests and whatnot about the news. But I do not get my news from those platforms, if that makes sense. Same with the 18 to 29. They get their news, whether you like it or not, from Instagram, from TikTok, from X, from YouTube, and from podcasts. This model and this graph that is right here on your screen spells absolute doom and gloom for the mainstream media. The people who they need to trust them, because this is the youngest group, so they're going to be around, for a long time, don't trust them. And I don't see, and again, this is no offense to anybody who does a cable news show, right? But, I love Carl Higbie. He's great. I think Jesse Waters is pretty good. Andrew Wilkow has his, Salem News Channel show on the Salem News Channel, right? So, this is not an insult to those guys, but an 18 to 29-year-old doesn't want that type of content. They don't want, and I really don't. I don't want to sound like I'm taking shots at them, because there are people who do like that type of content. An 18 to 29-year-old does not want a guy in a suit telling them the news. They want somebody who they can relate to. They want content that they enjoy, the way it flows. Whether that's 90 seconds of news on TikTok or an hour-long podcast every day. Things are changing. So not only is the model antiquated, right? Not only is the model antiquated, but the trust has completely eroded. And that is why, whether it's the shutdown, whether it's, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, whether it was the bloodbath hoax last year, whether it's Signalgate or anonymous stories that come out right now, that is why every time the mainstream media tries to throw a hoax out there and throw a wrench in the plans of the administration, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. The media had so much more influence and so much more power back in the 2016 time period. People still kind of trust them, and they were coming back. Oh, look at all this reporting on Russia. Then they found out that all of that was a lie. And it's over. And it's only going to get worse. All right. I got to get to this story, and we will in a second. Remember those caravans that come from, South America? They come up they come all the way up through Mexico, and they come all the way up through, up to the border, and then they come into the country and they claim asylum. That's stopping. And the explanation, the article that I have on that is really funny. Before we get to all that good stuff, I want to get to a word from, it's our friends over at goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Jeremy Harrell with a message from goldencrestmetals.com/LFA.
Hey everybody, Jeremy Harrell here. Look, I want to talk to you a little bit about gold and silver. When I was a kid, I always wondered what Fort Knox must look like. And when I was a kid, I always envisioned that when you would walk into Fort Knox, you would see just gold everywhere, literally raining gold, kind of like what you see behind me right now. Unfortunately, as a grown-up, I don't have that kind of imagination anymore, and I don't even have that much trust that Fort Knox has the 5,000 tons of gold that we're supposed to have there. Meaning that decades ago, we went off the gold standard in this country, which took the value of our dollar down to just mere pennies. And since our federal government doesn't want to go back to a gold standard currency, then it's time to us to take matters into our own hands. Have you ever thought about buying gold and silver? Have you ever thought about taking portions of your IRA or your 401k or your nest egg or your savings and putting it into gold and silver, either all or a portion of it? Have you ever wanted to purchase silver like this in bullion or premium? I know I do. And I know I wanted to take matters back into my own hands, which is why I have worked with Golden Crest Metals to do that. GoldenCrestMetals.com/LFA is going to be your go-to, absolutely transparent and trusted partner. Now, you can go to that website, or you can call 888-308-4202. And what the good thing about this is they're going to guide you. They're going to talk to you. They're going to guide you. They're going to give you all the answers to your questions, and there's going to be no hidden fees. It's completely transparent. No hidden fees. No pressure, no surprise markups whatsoever. Clients get to see everything before they purchase. They've even agreed to lower the minimum investment to the LFA audience in order to make sure that everybody has access to this. Free IRA storage, free insured shipping, and a full range of precious metals from gold, silver, palladium, and platinum. And if it's easier for you to just maybe click a QR code, well, guess what? We've got that available for you too. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Click this QR code on your screen and it'll take you right there. goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Again, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA, or call 888-308-4202 today to reach these guys. They're going to be a great partner for you, just as they have been for me, and we absolutely recommend here at LFA TV, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA.
goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. I see some folks in the chats. I watch Sean for the news. Redneck. We love Redneck. Love you guys. Bongino Army. There were so many people, by the way, after yesterday, last night, the messages, the texts, this is so great for you. Again, this is, in my opinion, this is our win. We all did this together. We all create these bits together. And it's fun. You want to say I play the quarterback of the role of the team, right? I have the voice and be able to put this on the platform and all that. But the ideas don't always. I don't usually come up with most of them.
Right, and the numbers don't just show up on their own.
Yeah, the numbers
People
don't come.
have to be watching.
You guys and gals
supporting.
got to do it. You got to support it, and
It's
you
a group
do.
effort. It's amazing.
And by the way, I've been doing that. This has gone viral since 2021. All right, so it's been 4 years of this really awesome support. So I appreciate it. 4 years ago, very soon, was when I did Bear Shelves Biden in the supermarket. And Australia loved that. Remember Sky News Australia was like, take a look at this guy. if Donald Trump doesn't run for president, that guy should. It's like, we reached down under. Good on you, mate. All right. Quick word from our friends over at silentslnt.com/Sean, slnt.com/Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. Let's face it, folks, your phone is a tracking device. I love my phone, obviously. Spend a lot of time on it, do a lot of things on it, but it is a tracking device. Government agencies, big tech, corporate data brokers, even cyber criminals, they're all fighting for a piece of your digital footprint. And they're not asking, they just take it. That is why Silent exists. Silent makes Faraday gear that blocks all wireless signals, cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, RFID, and near-field communications. No signal, you know what that means? It means no tracking, no remote access, and no breadcrumbs. It's the same technology trusted by special operations teams worldwide, used to block signals, avoid surveillance, and secure communications wherever the mission leads. And right now, it is available to you to protect your family, protect your freedom, and protect your digital footprint. Drop your phone in a silent Faraday sleeve, and it is off the grid, completely silent and invisible to the outside world. From their backpacks to sleeves to their crossbody, Silent's patented technology gives you control of your privacy. Visit slnt.com/Sean to get 15% off and free shipping on qualifying orders. That is Silent, slnt.com/Sean, SHAWN. Protect your rights, secure your data, and stay one step ahead. Go silent today. SLNT, Sierra Lima November Tango.com/Sean, SHAWN, Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. 15% off, free shipping on qualifying orders. Go silent today. All right. I need to take a quick drink. Just a sip.
Gulp.
There it is. Gulped it right down. All right. I want to play a clip for you first. This is Caitlin Collins, who looks a lot like Scott Pressler.
Yes.
And Scott Pressler says that. He has said that on a number of occasions. Like, this is not me. He will repost. They'll be like, this is not me.
They've got a similar look for sure.
Or he'll be like, she's got cute hair. And I was like, oh boy. That's basically Scott Pressler telling Caitlin Collins that she looks like a guy. Because Scott's gay and he thinks guys are cute. So take that for what it's worth. At least that's how I look at it. Love Scott. He's a great guy and he does amazing work. But here's CNN basically crying about it, like, oh my gosh, the Trump administration doesn't care about the criticism. Watch this. Again, nobody cares about your groveling and your crying. Mainstream media, nobody's going to feel bad just because you feel bad.
From Vice President Vance, not just defending that AI racist video of Minority Leader Jeffries wearing a sombrero, but also like celebrating that video. And it was playing on a loop in the briefing room today. What are you hearing from the inside about that?
it was not only just playing on a loop in the briefing room. If you've never been in the press briefing room, for those who haven't, there are loudspeakers overhead so you can hear announcements or what's being said, or if there's an event going on with the president in the Rose Garden, for example. They were playing that mariachi music as well over the loudspeakers for all the press that was coming in and out of the White House today inside the press briefing room. It just kind of gives you a window, John, into how they're dealing with this and how they believe they have the upper hand when it comes to the messaging here, and also kind of how things have changed from the first time Donald Trump was in office. I mean, there was a shutdown then. I remember all 35 days of it. As the president said at the beginning, he'd be proud to shut the government down, and then it ended, obviously, with him not getting the money for his border wall. This time, there's a moment here. They're being heavily criticized over these posts by the president, by Democrats, and instead of backing off or apologizing for it, they're leaning into it, and they're playing the music over loudspeakers and on repeat inside the briefing room because they simply don't care about that criticism.
All right, Caitlin Collins, thank you very much.
That's right. We don't care. Well, she's talking about the administration, but nobody cares about the criticism because it is a joke. Like when J.D. Vance said.
Go ahead and ask the second question.
So the president's been posting some images of Leader Jeffries and Senator Schumer.
I saw.
Recently, you've said that you're interested in good faith negotiations with these leaders, but what message does that send? Is it helpful to post pictures of Leader Jeffries in a sombrero if you're trying to have good faith talks with him?
Oh, I think it's funny. The president's joking, and we're having a good time. You can negotiate.
It's funny. It's a joke. And the CNN's like, well, the administration doesn't seem to care about the criticism because the criticism doesn't mean anything. That's why. When CNN comes out and is like, well, they're celebrating this, the sombrero thing. It's awful and they don't care. Yeah, because it doesn't mean anything. You people are hyperventilating over a joke. It's literally a meme. Guys, I put a poncho on, a sombrero on my head, a Trump 2028 hat on top of the sombrero. I looked completely ridiculous. It is a joke. It's a meme. It's a bit. And you've got people, oh, this is terrible. It's so racist. Shut up. Just learn. Shut up. Okay? If you're on the left, just shut up. Nobody cares. Do you understand that if you guys on the left did not hyperventilate over the first sombrero meme, that I don't wear this, and I don't wear this, well, I probably still wear this, but I don't put that on top of this and do a bit about it? Do you understand that this is primarily because of you on the left who are so just overly sensitive about everything, right? You guys can't tell jokes unless the punchline is blah, 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 fascist, or blah, 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 Trump is orange. Those are the only jokes that are allowed because everybody else on the left has been placed into a protected class. And if you make a joke poking fun at a protected class, you are a bigot and you get excommunicated from the cult. You have to understand, the left is the reason why the sombrero memes are still going. I wouldn't have even done the bit had they not made a whole thing about it. But I was like, oh, this is going to make the left, squirm. Let's do it. They don't get it. And look, this is also what happened with Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, he would have just been some guy who got deported because he got into the United States illegally. There are millions of people who have been deported. We don't know all their names. But the Democrats chose this guy, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, and they said, oh, he's just a Maryland dad. Remember that? And it wound up, a lot of people wound up saying, well, this guy doesn't seem to be the guy we think he is. Look, he's a MS-13, maybe human smuggler, might have beat his wife, etc. And now, because the Democrats turned him into their hero for a little while, he's probably going to get deported to Africa. If I'm Kilmar Abrego Garcia, I'm pissed. Senator Chris Van Hollen, who came down to El Salvador, wasting away down in Kilmargaritaville, right? Sipping drinks. Sipping the cocktails down there in El Salvador. If I'm Kilmar Abrego Garcia, I'm like, guys, shut up. You're making it worse for me. A federal immigration judge denied a motion by lawyers for El Salvadoran national Kilmar Abrego Garcia to reopen his immigration case and confirmed the illegal immigrant's final deportation order. Regional Deputy Chief Immigration Judge Philip Taylor ruled Wednesday that Abrego Garcia already filed his original asylum claim nearly 6 years after his first immigration hearing. Judge Taylor went on to say that there is no evidence that Abrego's life is under threat should he be deported to El Salvador, and pointed out there is no evidence that El Salvadoran officials have labeled Garcia a member of the MS-13 gang, despite the label being applied to him by American officials. Kilmar Abrego Garcia attorneys also objected to the government's warning that he could be deported to Uganda, Eswatini, or other nations, but Judge Taylor ruled that there is insufficient evidence that such a move has been predetermined, even though federal officials sent his lawyers a letter saying he may be deported to an African country. DHS said with today's ruling, Kilmar Abrego Garcia's final order of removal stands. This MS-13 gang member, human trafficker, domestic abuser, and child predator will never be loose on American streets. This Salvadoran man is not going to be able to remain in our country. He will never be allowed to prey on innocent Americans again. The Post also blasted the many Democrats in Congress who used Garcia to make political hay. Quote, never forget, the Democrats flew to a foreign land on U.S. taxpayers' dime to break bread with this terrorist gang member and visit him in prison. While they continue to fight for criminal illegal aliens, we will continue to put the safety of the American people first. Adios, Abrego! And it's time to say see ya to Abrego Garcia. Right? Send him home!
Are you doing okay?
Oh.
Is your family okay?
Democrats want to talk about racism. Oh, yeah. This Sombrero's racist. What about when Dr. Jill said, is the Hispanics, as diverse as the breakfast tacos? You call them freaking tacos! What is wrong with you? Is your family okay? Are you okay? Are you doing okay? Kamala on with Univision. That was unbelievable. Remember that? Your family. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. It's in my queue somewhere, but I'm just gonna dig it out of the folder. Kamala Spanish, because we have to revisit that now. Are you okay? Is your family okay? Are you doing okay? What about when Kamala Harris? Have you no empathy, man? I suddenly whoop, there's enough spears on the tree for me. Give me a break. Let me do this. Univision. See if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. Kamala, Spanish accent, Univision. Got it. Aptly labeled. Good job. All right, let's go to the top. Let's hit this. And, all right, you ready? Do you want to relive this? The Democrats want to talk about how it's racist with the sombreros, but they had no problem when Kamala Harris did this.
Well, first of all, thank you for the question, and I hope your family is okay and your home is okay.
Your family okay? Ayayayito, is it okay?
Well, first of all, thank you for the question, and I hope your family is okay and your home is okay.
I hope your home is okay and your family is okay. Okay? Give me a break. Jill Biden breakfast tacos. Give me a mother-loving break. Okay? When you want to talk about racism and cultural appropriation. You got a major senator in your party, Pocahontas, right? Talking about how, she's a Native American for how many years of her career to get a position? Decades. Then Donald Trump, again, Democrats taking the bait, trolled her into failing a DNA test. How does one fail a DNA test? I don't know. I didn't know a DNA test was pass or fail. But in her case, it was, because she came back 1,024th Native American. Give me a break. Oh, it's racism and bigotry. Okay. You know what I have to say about that?
Disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear, bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face.
Your family is okay. I hope your family is okay and your house is okay. All right, we're going to take your calls in just a second. I do want to touch on this just real quick, this El País story. Great news. Migrant caravans no longer want to come to the United States. Huh. Where's my Fats domino? Ain't that a shame? No, it's not a shame. Their reasoning is hilarious. A group of about 1,000 people are walking north from Tapachula in Mexico with the goal of staying in Mexico City instead of crossing the border into American territory. Quote, and why would I want to go to the United States? They hate us there. Oh, I don't hate them. I just want them to come in the right way. I hate when they come in illegally. I hate that action. I don't necessarily hate the person, right? I don't hate immigrants. I just would prefer that our immigrants follow the law. That's all. All I want is to get to Mexico City where my friend is waiting for me and make a life for myself there. Esther Lopez Hernandez, 37-year-old Cuban woman, has walked more than 9 miles in the last 4 hours and she looks tired. She's pushing a blue stroller carrying her 2-year-old daughter while her son, Ernesto, 18 years old, walks next to her. The three are traveling in a caravan of about 1,000 migrants that left this morning from Tapachula on Mexico's southern border, which is not seeking to reach the United States, but rather to remain in the Mexican capital. It's an odd sight because for at least the last 8 years, dozens of caravans had set out from this very place with one goal, to cross the border and to reach American territory. But the so-called Trump effect, that is the fear of the U.S. president's anti-immigration policy. Stop! Stop! You know what it is, the Trump effect? It's this. Nobody is above the law. Yes, even immigration law. The Trump effect has had an effect that was unthinkable until recently. Migrants no longer seek a new future in the United States. I'm not going to miss a single one of them. So you're not going to see me. No, please, please, Ernesto Hernandez Fernandez, please come, mi casa, su casa. No, stay in Mexico. You want to come here? Do it legally. If you can't do that, don't try.
Shoot, Mexico is probably safer now than we are.
In some spots.
All their bad people are here.
Well, they got the cartels that are still running like crazy over there. All right, let's get to your calls.
We got those too.
We do. Let's get to your calls at 631-527-4545. How about it? You want to do it? Let's get to calls. 631-527-4545. 631-527-4545. We are taking your calls now. We will start let me put the call-in number on the screen, pop it up so everybody across all platforms can call. I'd love to hear from you. Are you excited about the Trump repost, or you have anything else on your mind? You want to just say hello and be a part of the show for a minute? We'd love to hear from you right now. It's 631-527-4545 as I load the screen. We do have a couple of people that are calling here, and I will connect to this call right now. As long as it does connect, we should be all ready to rock and roll. We do have, I believe it is, the great Heather from Kansas City, Taylor Swift's biggest fan. See, she would have a huge thing if Taylor Swift reposted her. She'd be like me with Trump. What's up, Heather?
Hello, yeah, Kamala.
Are you okay?
To say I don't like the yoke, okay, but whatever. But anyway, yeah, let's be clear. Okay. Anyway,
that's pretty good.
Hello.
Pretty good. There you go. What's up, Heather? How are you?
Doing well. I wanted to let you all know we had a big victory here on Tuesday night. We had a recall election for our county executive, Frank White. Because
you told us that was coming.
Taxes,
you told us that was coming.
And we won.
Let's
85%
go.
to 11%. He is gone. So bye-bye.
So, all right. So hold on, because this is cool. So what exactly happened here? Who would you recall now? The mayor?
His name? No, he is a county executive for
county
our
executive.
county.
Okay.
Yes, and so all the counties, not just Kansas City, but like the outskirts and everything, everyone, they've had all these names and phone numbers that were listed on a petition to recall him. Several times he tried to veto that. He even tried to veto that on Tuesday afternoon after people had already started voting. And it went to the Supreme Court of Missouri, and Missouri said, nope, denied, you can't appeal that now.
Very cool. Okay, so now let me ask you this question. He's a Democrat, I assume, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did everybody want to recall him to the margin of like 85%? Why was he up
for
recall?
The majority reason is he never attended meetings. He never gave.
That's fair.
Raised property taxes like 3 times.
Screw him.
So many percentage. Yeah, it was awful. People were getting like higher percentages in their property taxes every year. So I had a friend who had to move out of her home because of it. So it was like.
Question now: what is the next step? So is there going to be a special election between a Republican and a Democrat?
Unfortunately,
and are
yeah.
showing them we're going to hold you accountable.
Absolutely.
And you did a great job.
Well,
so congratulations.
Yeah. And thank you. And also it's because they haven't made decisions about the Chiefs and the Royals. We love the Chiefs and the Royals right by each other, and
right.
he was trying to get them out of the city, and so we're trying to make it where that's not the case. So, yeah.
All right. Well, very good. Thank you for all that work, and thanks for letting us know, because I remember you told us a couple weeks ago, like, hey, this is what we're getting ready to do, and then you did it. So you followed through. Promises made, promises kept. Great job, Heather, in Kansas City. Great job.
And congratulations. Oh, thank you. And congratulations on the Trump post. That's exciting for you all.
Thank you.
I was so happy when I saw that.
Thank you.
And maybe he's listening. So hello, Mr. President. We love you. Thank you. And so, yeah.
That would be something. Thanks a lot, Heather. Great work in Kansas
All right,
City. Good job.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Heather from Kansas City. I'll tell you what. Oh, these phone lines are being, just flooded. It's a flood right now. Great. Good stuff. Can't wait to talk to everybody. That was awesome from Heather. All right. We have, this call is connected. Who do we have on the line?
Hey, Sean.
Hey there. Who's
Tits.
this?
It's Tits.
Who?
Tits.
Oh, Ashley.
Oh,
Tits on me, guys.
Yes. Gotcha. What's going on, Ashley?
Yeah. What's going on, Sean? I had to just retreat and take like a step back from everything.
Sure.
Because, with 8 kids under my belt and doing my best not to raise assholes and to keep them, as level-headed as I can and be able to think for themselves.
Of course.
Because that's a big problem we have right now is these kids, these helicopter moms. I'm sorry, millennials. I'm one too. Back off your kids and let them think. Let them fail.
Sure, you gotta let kids be
there's
kids
a lot
too.
of power
you gotta let
in
them
that
have their
failure.
childhood.
Nobody wants to see their kids hurt. Nobody wants to see them suffer like that. But this life that they're about to live is not forgiving.
No, you're right. You're 100% right.
After
Well, it's good
they
to
learn how to deal with problems and to push through them, find good solutions, the better off they are.
That's right. Well, it's good to hear from you, and appreciate you, coming in, jumping in the chat. Good to hear from you, and I know you got your hands full over there, but we know you're doing a good job.
Oh yeah. Yes, but it's they're our future, and if they can't think a rational thought, then we're in trouble, bro.
No, that's 100%. And then you have a whole population who can't think a rational thought, so it's a big thing. Well, thanks for the call. I hope you have a great weekend, and stay safe out there. Have fun.
Absolutely.
All right, that's I couldn't hear what she was saying, but she said tits.
Yeah.
That's who it was.
Oh, I love Tits. I'm so happy
great.
she's back around.
Back around.
We missed Tits and Bagayas.
All right, here we go. Here's another one of our favorite doers, right? We had Heather in Kansas City. She's a doer. And we have Dylan in Iowa. This is Dylan in Iowa. He's a doer. He puts up and walks the walk and talks the talk. What's up, Dylan?
Hey, Sean. How we doing?
We're doing okay today.
I wanted to tell you we won. Last night my deck hockey season just ended, and I won my second cup in the league that I play in.
Look at this guy. Guy's running for office. Guy's winning championships, playing hockey, working a billion jobs, making phone calls. What excuses anybody have not to get things done? Great job, Dylan. Great job.
Thank you, Sean. Also, too, Sean, I wanted to tell you we've had a net increase of Republican voter registration in my district. From August to this month, we went from 5,050 Republicans due to my voter registration efforts, and we've gone from 5,050 to 5,070.
All right, there you go. There you go. Every little bit helps, right? Everyone counts.
And I'm doing my best to take this district off the table for the Democrats. So,
keep doing it. Keep working at it. I think you're going to win. Just like in hockey, the work ethic you've got, you're going to win. So keep up the great work.
Oh, yeah.
And have a great weekend. And thank you for the call, my man.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
All right. I'm trying to move through calls quickly just because we have a ton coming in here, if you could see my screen. Dylan is incredible, the work that he does. And so is Heather. Heather in Kansas City. She's very involved.
Yeah.
And they get results.
They do.
This recall, it's very hard to recall somebody. So there you go. All right. I don't recognize this number, but we're going to go to the number. It's calling in. It's a person who's been calling in for a bit. All right. You are connected. Who do we have on the line here?
Hey, this is Freedom from California.
What's
Freedom
up,
from
Freedom from California? How are you?
I'm doing pretty darn good.
All right.
First of all, I want to congratulate you on your repost from President Trump. That was fantastic.
That was fun.
I love it.
Thank you. Big win for everybody. I'll tell you what. Thank you.
Yes, it was. Hey, I also wanted to kind of tell the listeners out here, if anyone is in California, or even if you know anyone in California, please encourage them to vote no on Proposition 50. That is our
that the redistricting?
redistricting. Yes, the scam redistricting. Please vote no on that proposition.
When is that? Is that election day this year? So it's like in a month?
Well, our mail-in ballots are coming out here soon in about a week.
Geez. Okay. Vote
Yeah.
no. Vote no,
Vote no.
vote no. Thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Sean. You guys, you and Brennan have a great weekend.
Thanks, Freedom. Appreciate
You
it.
too.
Freedom from McGroin. Great job. And great job bringing up that point. Vote no. Prop 50, California. We got to start actually pushing that. I totally forgot about that. Prop 50. So we'll start pushing that. We got to push that on social media. Because if the people vote no, there is no redistricting in California, and that helps us in the midterms. All right, we get time maybe for one more. 631-527-4545. We've got one coming in right here. This is going to be the last call. Last call for alcohol. No, here we go. This is our final call. We got about 30 seconds. Who do we have on the line?
You got Isaiah from Ohio.
All right, what's going on, my man?
Well, sir, I was wondering if I could have a word from my favorite president.
Sure. What do you need? I'll get him on the line. What do you need?
Oh, I just would like a word from him. Whatever you got, man.
Okay. Well, I want to tell you that Ohio is a tremendous place. You do a fantastic job. And Vivek is also going to do a fantastic job. You know that he's running for governor. And
Yes,
he's going to
you're
do
right.
a tremendous job. So what we're going to do is we're going to send a sombrero out to everybody who brings 10 people to the polls and votes in the midterm. Everybody gets a sombrero if you do that. That much I can tell you. Hey, thanks for the call. We got to bounce because we got another show coming up. Jeremy Harrell, top of the hour. But appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. And that'll do it for the calls today. There were so many who came in. So many callers who came through. So we definitely appreciate all of you. And again, we don't hit President Trump's post. You know, we don't get his attention. We don't wind up reposted by him. If all of you guys and gals out there who have been so great with the support and the inspiration, we don't get anywhere without you. So thank you all. God bless you. Jeremy Harrell is coming up next with Live from America. Coming up here on rumble.com/LFA TV. Go to rumble.com/LFA TV. Rumble is our home base. It's the cool kids table. It's where we have the best live chat in the world. You guys have seen it. So rumble.com/LFA TV. Jeremy Harrell coming up next. As President Trump would say, we will never give up, we will never give in, and we will never ever surrender. And if all else fails, we'll just become ungovernable. Thank you. God bless you. God bless this one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a great weekend. We'll be back here Monday, same time, same place, rumble.com/LFA TV, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're also on X as well. Have a fantastic weekend. We will see you Monday. Jeremy Harrell up next. Thank you for your attention to this matter.